Inmates, how's life behind bars? Not these bars, but these bars. So I've got the R1300 GS Adventure behind me. Now, if you haven't seen the first few videos we've done on this, well then please check all the links up above and down below so you can get this all in chronological order. Big word, eh? So if you've been following closely, you know we got this somewhere around about late October, early November, and we were in such a rush to get the bike ready for the bike show in Milan, EICMA. So we literally picked it up, we took it apart as fast as we could. We actually filmed that and that content's out there, but we didn't do a screw by screw video. That's what we're doing today, so stay tuned. But we quickly got on the Chigi AOI 6, because it was obviously that's not out right now yet, but that's why we needed to get it down to Milan in time. We got the graphics on so fast that we did a terrible job. I won't mention any names, but Dylan at Shred Graphics, he sent me another set free of charge. Thank you, Dylan, appreciated. So we're going to be getting that on there and doing a better job of the graphics this time because we didn't do such a great job first time round. There's also content of me out there riding it off-road as I was running the bike in somewhere in Wales, and that was all good fun and everything. It is a phenomenal bike, but it has not been ridden since it hasn't been ridden this year, since I got back. It's not my bike of choice personally. I think the ASA system is phenomenal. It really is good. I'm not taking anything away from that. But for me, I still prefer my R1300 GS, I'm afraid. The GS Adventure, it's incredible, but it doesn't do everything that I want my bike to do. So for me, it's still the R1300 GS, which I absolutely love. And now I've got my new F900 GS as well, which I'm still breaking that in right now. So we've already fitted quite a few bits to this bike, including the TR100, the Inov K7. We've put an easy can on here. We've put a rear B6. We've put a split sound bum on here. We've actually just very recently put two easy cans on it. So you're actually going to see two easy cans on here. Now, getting two easy cans onto the R1300 GSA is near impossible. Tom has been trying for ages to try and find a space to get that second easy can on there. And we finally found a spot to put it, and all the wires meet and everything. So we're going to show you that today as we're taking it apart. So as we're taking it apart screw by screw, you're going to see all the bits on there. The reason we've put two easy cans on there is because we found a way of fitting emblems to this bike. So if you remember, I said that emblems can't be fitted to the R1300 GSA because it goes straight onto a metal fuel tank. So unless we're prepared to drill a hole into the metal fuel tank, which we're not going to do, unless you're prepared to do that, we need to basically put the emblem on there and then have an exposed wire. But we've got a wonderful product which I've instructed Tom to hide in the cupboard so you don't see it just yet. We've only got a prototype at the moment and we've had to take it off for this video, but we've got emblems on here. It goes onto a complementary staged area which fits over the current emblem, and then we put a new badge on top. It looks really nice. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it looks really good. So that's coming out soon, so stay tuned for the 70mm emblems for the R1300 GSA very soon. I think they're going to be popular. You'll notice with the K7 camera system, we've got one on the front under the beak. The adaptation we made for the GS won't work on the GS Adventure because it's slightly different on the front. But on the rear, you'll notice we've got it just side slung using the universal mounts. Now, what we've done here is we've made, do you want me to mention your name? Come on, Tom, come and tell him what you did.
Oh.
Tom's done a thing.
Well, I asked Steve if he'd buy me a 3D printer. And that camera's too high.
There we go.
So I asked Steve if he'd kindly buy me a 3D printer, which he did.
Yeah.
And I've been designing little bits and bobs, so hopefully we'll have a rear mount available for the GSA.
So I've already seen it, but you still need to do a few more tweaks, don't you?
A few more tweaks. And
it's really good. So it literally sits dead central, above the radar, but under the rear shelf, so you can have a real nice central point for the camera. I really like it, but we're not going to show that to you just yet. You just got to stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. And if you haven't been on the website, get on the website, bookmark us and keep visiting the website and use the search facility, search for your bike, search for what it is ever you want, and the items will come up on the website. Right, without any further ado, let's crack on. There's so more I can be telling you, but actually, do you know what? There's one more thing I want to tell you about. If you've got the R1300 GSA, do you fancy changing these out for a different light? There's one being made for it, okay? It's coming soon. But without further ado, let's start taking this bike apart screw by screw. And so you can use this video as a reference. You can use this video as a reference in the future so you know how to take the bike apart. And why is it we do this? Because the R1300GS and the R1300GSA strip down videos have been so successful because it teaches you how to take your bike apart confidently, so you can then start laying down the harnesses so you can install your own aftermarket accessories in the most professional way possible. We've had this bike apart countless times now. I don't know, it must be at least 30 or 40 times. So we know this bike. When I say we, it's the royal we. It's him really. We know this bike back to front, okay? Inside out. So if you've got any questions, please ask down below. But watch this video and you'll see how it's all done, how easy it is to take apart. And to put it back together again, rather than us doing a video together, just watch it in reverse or something, yeah? It's not difficult to be able to put it back together again. Tom's just doing some prep work before we start the video, but whilst he's doing that, I just want to talk you through, this is very raw as all this video is, but there's other things I forgot to mention. Obviously we fitted the aftermarket Akrapovic exhaust can. I personally still prefer the Jekyll and Hyde on this bike. And if you are following the other video stuff we're doing at the moment on my R1300 GS with regards to the Ducati titanium headers, that will fit the GS Adventure as well. The Jekyll and Hyde though, they're stating that it won't fit the GSA. It will fit the GSA, it's just not currently legal for the GSA on their website. And then if you've got the ASA like mine, apparently it won't quite fit. You've got to make some changes to it. So we're not fitting it to the Adventure with the ASA, the Jekyll and Hyde that is, but we are fitting it to the GS Adventure without the ASA, okay? It will go on there. We've already fitted a couple of them as it is already. The other things I wanted to quickly show you as well that I forgot to mention a moment ago is the Touratech side stand extender. So we fitted that to this bike. Also the Gillies foot pegs. So I had these on my 1250 as well, not the same ones, but they are the same ones, if you know what I mean. Another one, oh, what was I trying to say? I had a pair of these on my R1250 as well, and I really like them, so I thought I'd put them on here as well, because it does improve the bike. It is much, much nicer. It's a shame I won't be riding this bike anywhere near as much as my other bikes, because it is a lot of money to spend on a pair of foot pegs. A hell of a lot of money to spend on them. But that's because they're so damn nice. The Jizz Flash chargers that we sell, I've put a tether on here, as you can see just here. So I can plug that straight into my lithium. This has got a lithium battery on there, so I make sure it's set to a lithium charger, so I can keep that fully charged at all times when it's not in use, so it just sits on here on a tender. And the other thing I've done to it is fitted the visor dongles. It's very important for me ever since we discovered that these rear lights are multifunctional and you have the red and the amber at the same time coming through these. Well, we want to cancel that red light on the respective side when we're indicating. So I've got the dongles. If you haven't seen videos on that, I've got loads of videos on that, not on the GSA, but it's the same principle. It's the same plugs, just plugs right in. Those of you in America who are watching this, you're thinking, well, Steve, we can't have that because we're in America and all of our rear lights are just red. We've got something really exciting coming very soon for all of the later bikes, the 2021 BMWs onwards. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking that that's when the multifunctional turn signals came out on the European bikes. But we are going to give you a solution where you can have these multifunctional turn signals on your bikes in the US and Canada. So you can have the amber flashing with the red light cancelling on the respective side. How cool is that? We're going to have those kits here and the video is going to be coming hopefully very soon. All right, very, very soon. In the few months that we've had this bike, we have already had a pair of D3, Denali D3s. We've had a pair of Automoto exposure lights, the radial 8s. They're really big, powerful lights, the most powerful lights we've had here. They're not ready for the open marketplace yet for the motorbikes, but they will be very, very soon. We've had them on here on the lower crash bars, and we've also had the Lone Rider motor lights on here as well, running off the white circuits, using the Easy Bus technology. Very, very good light on here as well. Now, those lights have all been mounted on the lower crash bars. Now, I don't like lights that being down that low. Well, I don't mind them being that low, but when they're very near the front wheel, where the wheel is kicking up a lot of stuff off the road, you could chip a front lens. It's fine, you can change the front lenses, but it's still an inconvenience, isn't it? So today, what we're gonna do, once we've done all this whole strip down video, we're gonna quickly put it back together again, and we're gonna fit SW Motec upper crash bars to the bike, which we have in stock here. We've got them in black and silver. So we're gonna fit the black ones to match with the lower bars, and then we're gonna mount a pair of, I don't know yet, but we're gonna mount a pair of lights on that crash bar, so the lights are gonna be high up around here somewhere rather than being low down. And the other real benefit to this is the split sound bomb, the split sound bomb application for the R1300 GS and the GS Adventure. It puts the compressor behind the engine here, and then it puts the acoustic section at the front just there. So if you've got the split sound bomb fitted to your bike, you can't have any light mounted to the lower crash bars because the split sound bomb sits in that spot. Now, we have tried fitting it between here, and I actually did my whole trip down to Milan with it fitted between the forks, but it was rubbing on the fork. Not great, so just don't do it. Don't do it. We've tested it for you. It got me by, but it was rubbing. We don't want any accidents and stuff, so don't mount it under there. I don't think you've got the full travel on there. So you really need to put the split sound bomb down here for the acoustic section. But like I say, it means you can't put a light down here as well. Right, let's crack on.
Right, first thing to do, take your seat off. Dead easy. Then you're going to need a T40 to take the rear rack off.
So what is that? Because people are going to be asking.
This is my Milwaukee electric wrench.
Okay, and you can put a link down below to this.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn something from this.
Yeah, me too. So there's 6 T40s that hold this on. Then there are 2 T25s at the back here.
Okay. Isn't this where our new little mount is going to mount?
Maybe. You don't really have to worry with this bike mixing the screws up because 95% of them are exactly the same.
Okay.
So, let's get yourself a little pot. I like to use just a paint pot.
So just so you got that, because if you remember some of the older videos, the screws are all different. You've got short ones, long ones, short shoulders, medium shoulders, long shoulders. None of that with this. They're all generally the same. That's still the same ones you were doing earlier, aren't
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've also got a plug. So if you lift it up,
Okay.
you've got a plug on the back here.
Okay, so that unclips from the housing, from the metalwork.
Yeah.
Just a little clip on there, and then how do you undo that plug?
Get your nail in there,
Okay.
tease it back. You see?
Yep. You just unplug that.
Unplug that.
Okay.
And you can lift that off all in one piece.
The bolts are still in there.
Just leave the bolts in it, you won't lose them then.
Yep, perfect.
Next, we're going to take the luggage rack off. So there's a T40 here, a T40 there, a T40 on the opposite side.
Okay. Are they all the same length?
Yes, yeah, these are all the same length. Just you can leave that one in
Okay.
because you don't need to take that one out.
No.
So that's the third one. No, you need to take that bit off first.
Okay.
I've just remembered.
What's that?
I've just remembered. There's a plug socket in here.
I thought you knew what you're doing, Tom.
I do know what I'm doing.
How many times have you taken one of these bike apart?
Loads. But yeah, you just got to take this bit off first.
Right, so these 4 here are coming off first.
Just because there's a plug socket here for the power, and the plug socket's just under here.
Okay.
So I can't take these off because the plug socket's attached.
Okay. Bless him, he gets a bit of stage fright. So it's fine. I can mute your mic out, it's fine. He gets a bit of stage fright, so I think he's been nervous.
That just then pulls out.
Cool.
You'll notice that the key pickup for the sensor for the key is under there.
Yeah,
That
so
does
just
touch under
to
there.
let people know, the amount of people who come here and say, what's that? A lot of people know that are watching it, but a lot of people don't know. That is your keyless. Your picks up your key from that. Everyone thinks it's up there. Your key's got to be near here, but it's not. It's got to be near this thing here.
Right, so now we can take the luggage racks off.
Okay. That's the left side.
This one is attached.
You've got a wire there, haven't you?
Yeah, the plug. Take this off.
Okay, that just lifts off.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So this exposure torch, we sell these on the website. They are incredible. Very good working light.
You've also got to disconnect the fuses.
So you disconnect the diffuse holder.
The fuse holders are in.
Yeah,
in
you've
this
got one
rear
each side,
section.
haven't you?
One there. One there.
And, yeah.
Just give you a bit more room.
All right, now you can access that.
Now you can access this.
Yeah, okay. So I
Set
don't
up a
need the
little
torch.
screwdriver. And that one's just a
Oh, so you didn't unplug it, you just disconnect it
I will
from
unplug
the
it
tray.
because I need to take the
Yeah, okay.
thing off, but I need to get it off the tray to get the plug disconnected.
Okay.
And it's the same as the plug on the back. Just get your nail under it.
Great stuff.
That's your luggage rack. So that's the back end off. You can leave this piece in place. You don't really need to take that off.
So it's important to let everyone know, remember, as I said at the beginning, we've fitted a lot of stuff to this bike already. So there's a hell of a lot going on. We've already got EasyCan 1, in-off K7 DVR, loads of wires here. There's nowhere to hide them, so I'm so sorry if people think this is messy. You can't hide them anywhere. Plus, we're constantly fitting stuff to this for R&D reasons. We've also got the GPS for the in-off here.
All the extra in-off wiring's got in there as well,
Yeah.
just as somewhere to hide it, because there's just nowhere to put anything.
Yeah, and where are the visors?
The visor dongles are down here.
Yeah, the Wizard dongles are down here.
Yeah, yeah, there they are.
Yeah, similar sort of spot to the GS really, just there. Okay.
I covered this in-off cable in the sheath just to protect it. So that's the back done.
That's the back done. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So one other thing to mention is this bar going across here. So when you take all the bolts off and take the top off, as we've just done, this bar sits loosely here, but you're going to find you need to run cables underneath it. So anything you are putting in here, that's got to come back on top. Like we've got some on top, but whatever you can fit underneath is going to help to get the bike back together again. Right, let's start getting the front off, Tom. What's the first thing?
So I'm going to start off with the screen and the winglets, because they've all got to come off anyway.
This is the order that you would do it in, yeah?
This is, yes, so I do it.
Okay.
Leave the screen screws on.
Okay. So all the screws are still in those slots.
And the winglet, you'll probably want something like this, just to make things easier to try and get them down the side there. And the other two are here.
So, all right, so it's the ones going into the clear perspex, isn't it? Okay, so there's two there, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're all the same size, yeah?
I'd keep the
Yeah, sure.
they are slightly longer than the rest of the screws, so I'd keep the winglet screws with the winglets.
Okay. And then the same the other side.
Exactly the same on the other side.
Just so you can see them clearly on this side here. There they are.
Same again.
Perfect. Cool. Before we start on the front of the bike, taking all the tank off and everything, all the front fairings, if you wanted to fit a B6 rear light to your bike, you're going to need to start taking the cover off the rear radar just here. So to do that, there's 2 screws just down inside here. So Tom's going to start doing that now and showing you how we do that.
One. And then the cover just pops off.
So those 2 screws coming down from the top go into those holes there, which hold that in place there. Cool.
And then you just run your B6 cable.
So that's the B6 cable there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that goes to the easy can all the way down there, but that then runs through down here. As you can see just there, through to here. And there's the B6 on the back of the bike. Right, what's next then, Tom?
Take your boards off the top.
I call these the charcuterie boards.
That's where you put your Starbucks when you're having
It's where I put my cheese and biscuits and my olives.
3 screws hold that on.
Yep.
And then there's one more screw that holds this panel on at the back. So 1, 2, 3 there. 4th one in. You just add that to your pot of screws.
Okay. Other side.
Right,
Okay, sorry, yeah.
do you want to peel the panel off?
Yeah. Let's do that.
You just work your way around and it'll just pop off.
Just pop it off, yeah.
There's a couple of spots. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Easy enough.
Easy peasy. Same on this side. This one's a bit sticky because the stickers are sticking over it.
Okay.
Same again. So next we're going to take the nose off. So the front piece here and the 2 side pieces. The front piece is only held on with 2 screws. One there.
So one there.
One there.
Because you've got other screws here, haven't you? But it's just those.
They're just poppers.
Okay, all right.
One.
There and one here. Oh, nice. That just pulls off.
Pretty much just pops off.
But you've got the K7 camera also attached to it, yeah?
No, that's attached to the underside.
Great stuff,
So it just
which is
pops
good.
off.
You don't want to be,
You'd have to take your camera off every time.
you don't want
you
to be
want
fitting anything to anything where you need to get panels off easily, and then you've got to be taking actual accessories off. That'd be a nightmare.
it. Yeah, so a note, these little tabs here, slot into these little tabs.
Show me those tabs again. I think I quite caught that. Yeah.
So they slot in, so you pull it down and off.
Right, so it slides up. Show me
Yeah.
the tabs again. Oh, I see. Right, okay. That's what the tab looks like.
Yeah.
And it slides up.
Into those. So
Inside
you want to
there.
pop it off the front first and then just pull it back. Now we'll take the 2 side pieces off. 2 screws here.
Yeah, okay.
And one on the inside.
Okay.
2.
Yeah, I can see it. It's just there.
A third one here.
Well, hang on a second. We've got a third one over here. So you've got 1, 2,
3,
3,
and 4, and the fourth one on the inside.
okay.
That one out.
Okay, hold on, hold on.
Hold on. There's nothing holding it on here at all.
Okay,
It's just held on here. Just pull it off.
just those two poppers
Two
there.
poppers here.
Okay, that comes off in the hand. And same the other side, yeah?
Exactly the same.
So just to confirm it one more time for anyone who didn't quite catch it. Mirror image. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just there. Okay, take it away, Tom. Much easier getting this camera into tiny holes.
Yeah,
Gaps.
much better than your big camera.
And all the ISO adjusts perfectly in the small gaps.
Same again. Just pops off.
Good stuff.
Yours might be a bit tighter because they're newer. This has been a part a few times. Right. Next, we're going to take off these bits. There's loads of screws holding these on. This whole section here with the spotlight in it. But first of all, you've got to take this piece off, which is 3 screws. 1, 2, and 3. That'll just come off then. Ours are stuck in there because of the way the stickers are on it. You then got the piece behind, the plastic piece. That just comes away
It
with
just
it.
pulls away.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
keep those together. Just saves you losing them.
Yeah. So if you notice the screws stayed in the panel, but that's only because of the graphics, because the way they've been laid on. This is the first time we did the graphics, so it didn't go on very well. And it's just keeping the screws in place, which is quite handy for this. But with yours, when you undo them, take them out.
Right. This panel's now got loads of screws on it, but they're all the same, so you can't really get it wrong when it comes to putting it back together.
Okay.
You've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6.
Hang on. Right. So 1, 2, 3. Those top 3
Yeah.
there on that line there.
4.
And inside here, let's get down nice and deep. 4, 5. You can see they're quite deeply recessed, but you can see them on camera. Yep.
6,
Then you've got that one up at an angle just there.
2 on the inside.
Right. So that one there, just like the 1250 and 1200
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
And then you've got another one. If I lift it up,
Yeah. So those of you who haven't got a ramp, you're going to have to get on the floor. Okay.
this is, remember I took it to bits last time, there's a screw missing. It's from there.
Is it not there, the screw?
No. I said I got one missing, didn't I? And then you got the last one, which is just under here. Ooh. Under the radiator.
That one just there. Okay. Good stuff. Sorry the bike's dirty, folks. It's had a bit of use.
Again, trying to get to that one is easier if you've got a little ratchet.
If you're struggling to get your hands on these tiny tools, Amazon, just go on Amazon.
One up here.
Yeah. And that one right in that deep recess.
You don't need to take that one out.
So Tom was just saying, this one here you don't need to take out, all right? The one that's right on the outside, don't need to take that out at all. Now he's taking the 2 from the inside next to the rad covers.
Also, whilst you're here on this side, you need to take this trim panel off, which is attached to this at the same time.
Okay.
So it's literally one screw. That just pops on. There we go.
Perfect, yeah. So this won't happen with yours. This is because we've laid some wiring down ready to power the emblem lights here. So I've just hidden it behind that panel, so you won't have something dangling down like that. So these are still the top 3 that we pointed to earlier.
Now the panel is held in with 2 poppers here
Okay.
into the fuel tank. Pull it away.
Yeah.
You'll then see the plug for your spotlight.
Okay. And how do you get that out?
Just unplug it.
I'll just pull it.
Just pull it.
Lovely. Excellent.
And that's one side panel off.
So that is the plug. This is exactly the same plug we got on the 1250. It's I believe it's a 6-pin populated by 4 pins.
This side's very similar to the other side, other than there's an electrical connection underneath here
Oh, okay.
that you'll need to just disconnect. Click.
You can't see it from here. Then.
Can't see it from here.
Okay,
I'll
we'll
show
see
you
it
in a
later.
sec.
Okay,
So,
cool.
take
Right,
this.
let's go for it. We're not going to talk through this one, so we're going to fast forward.
We'll skip to the good bits when we get to them bits.
Yeah.
On this side, you'll see the air sensors on here.
Okay.
That just pops off. So pop that off. And if you can, unplug the little clip onto the plastic.
Yeah.
Poke that through out of the way.
Got it. Yeah.
You've got that out of the way then. And then same again, you've got 2 poppers here.
Yeah.
They come undone. Plug there for your spotlight. You've also got this.
Got it, yeah. These are the electrical connections Tom was talking about earlier. So we're not actually unplugging anything, we're just removing it from the panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Great stuff. There's the panel.
Yeah. A few bits on the floor.
So again, you're not going to see this. That is the wiring that we've got ready in place to power the emblem lights. Right, what next?
Next, we're going to take the central panel off. The main connection for your fuel tank, and then we can lift the fuel tank off.
Okay, let's lower it down then.
Yeah. So you've got your 6 screws holding this first part of the fuel tank on cover. 1, 2, and you've got 4 holding this piece on here.
1, 2,
and then 4 there.
4. Okay.
If you just grab that, should. I keep them in there just to keep them in there. These 2 are really long, so I suggest keeping those with the little tie down points. Then this piece just pops off. It's a bit tight. 4 poppers. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get the luggage compartment off, It is 2 screws, one there and one there.
Right, okay, so that one there, yeah.
And then the opposite side.
Okay.
And a T30 that goes in the centre,
Right,
just like
okay.
on the 1250s and 1200.
That one there. Yeah, okay. And then there's one right in the middle. I'll
Right
get it
there.
from the screw there. Just down there. But that is a T30, not a T25.
Put that in there, you won't lose it then.
Okay.
And you've got to remember you've got the USB socket on this compartment. So as you pull it off, don't just yank it off. You've got a little plug.
Okay. Yeah.
Just disconnect it.
Okay. Easy enough. New panels on the floor over there.
Going to want to disconnect your fuel tank now. Yeah. So this is the plug for the keyless fuel cap. So unplug it here. Then I've already undone the little tang on it just to disconnect the plug so it's loose. You can try and get it up the side, but I find it easier if you just take this little rivet out here.
Okay. What do you use to get that rivet out?
So I've got this.
One of those rivets that makes you feel like it's a screw.
Yeah, it looks like a screw, but trust
not.
me, it's not. So just get behind that. Just tease it out and it'll pop out.
To show everyone what that is, a rivet. It's 2 pieces. And to put it back in again, you stick it in 2 pieces. Yeah.
That way you then can get the cable behind here and follow that all the way back up to the fuel cap. It's got a little channel for the cable to hide in, so you can see where it needs to go and you put it back together.
Yeah. Got it.
You then got your 2 breathers that you need to disconnect. One there, one there. Next, 2 Torx screws, T40. Remove those. Take those out. You also need to remove the 2 T25s either side as well, just so this whole piece can come loose. Almost just pull that out of the way then. Now to get the fuel tank off, don't go to the petrol station before. Make sure it's empty, or as best as you can. And pull the tank back. You'll then see 1 fuel connection and 1 electrical connection. Pull the little tang on the bottom of the connection just to undo it. And then with the fuel tank, you have to squeeze both blue parts. It's a bit fiddly. Don't be alarmed if a little bit of fuel comes out, it's perfectly normal.
You sprayed me a little bit there.
Did I?
A little bit.
Wait, so that's disconnected.
Yeah.
And we can pull the tank away. He says. There we go. Oh no, I've done that. Left that connected.
Okay, so made a boo-boo here, so may as well just be honest before we actually. May as well be honest instead of covering our tracks.
There's a little relay here. You have to make sure that's disconnected as well.
Yeah, just pulls off.
Yeah. Now the tank will come off.
So yeah, so don't be alarmed. I know Tom just mentioned it. A bit of fuel will come out of this. Don't be alarmed by that at all. All right. Where's the electrical connection gone? Can't see it. Oh, it's down there. Oh. Right. Yeah, they're the 2 connections that I couldn't quite capture on camera. There's electrical, And there is the fuel line. Right, so this is basically it. We are done in terms of this is the perfect state to get the bike in to start accessorizing it with all the extras to go on there. As you can see, as you know, we've already got stuff on there like the T100, as I mentioned earlier, and you'll see the T100, the second part of the T100 is nestled down here. We hide it just down here behind there. Now, if you look around and look down here, you've got the wires that we've already routed for a lot of the things that we've got on here already, because this tank's been off a lot. Now, do you remember at the beginning of the video I said there's a second easy can on here, but you can't see it, can you? It's nowhere to be seen. So where is it? Tom, where is it? Where did you hide it?
Hid it down here.
Where? We've just been down there. Where?
Oh, behind this cover.
You can't fit anything behind there.
You can.
You can't.
I bet I can. T30.
Yeah.
Take that off.
Oh, there it is.
And you'll find a second easy can nestled in there.
Look at that. But how do you make that reach? Because obviously the battery is here, if you can see the terminals there. There's easy can there, but the easy can on the R1300 plugs into the alarm system, which is up here. So tell me how you made that work.
So battery, dead easy. You've just come up under the tank, connected it straight up.
So two easy cans are connected to the battery independently of each other.
Yeah. Get their power. I've then ran a T3 splitter here, just to give me a bit of extra length to get back up to here. Normally you daisy chain two easy cans in on themselves with their own plugs, but with this there's no room under the seat, so to try and fit another load of these massive big bulky connectors under here, I didn't bother. I used a...
Okay, so just stop you there. You mentioned you fitted a T3 splitter here.
Yeah.
Do you mean a universal easy can splitter?
I do, yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I meant.
Sorry, just to check there, it's the same plug as a T3's, but it's very important that you buy the universal easy can splitter harness on our website if you want to daisy chain two Mojave easy cans on your R1300 GS Adventure.
Just then brought it back up to here so I could then split them, so two easy cans go into one.
Got it, okay. Obviously less bulk.
Less bulk, because there's just no room to try and hide all the connections.
Yep, got it.
That's that.
Nice. Let's have a quick look down there. So we've got, have you actually put a T3 harness down here?
Yeah, full T3 harness.
Yes, we've got a T3 harness down here, which is going to be powering, where it currently is powering the emblem. So there's one there and there's one on the other side as well. So it all fits in there. We haven't had to move anything around. It just fits in there nice and snug. It's great, and we can access it easily just by taking the one screw out of there, and we can still get to it to program it if we need to, or when we need to. It's really, really good work. Right, okay. It's a bit of a take three because Tom's just corrected me. So I tried to correct him about the T3 harness, saying it was a universal easy can splitter, but I was wrong. So Tom, tell me again how you got these two easy cans connected together.
So you've got your two easy cans. The one that's under here isn't long enough. So it terminates here. I've then used a T3 extension to get it up to here.
An actual T3
T3 extension.
Okay.
I've then used the universal easy can splitter here. So one easy can goes into there, the second easy can goes into there. This then goes back to the plugs that then go back into your alarm system or straight back to your bike.
Got it.
That's how I've done it.
Okay. So if anyone who wants to do this, they need two easy cans, they need a universal easy can splitter, and they need a single T3 harness extension.
Yeah, just to give you that.
Yeah. And it's not to power T3s, it's just that it's the same type, it's the same cable, it's the same harness, the same plugs, everything. All right, so that's how we do it on here, without, just so we can make everything read.
You have to be creative to get it all to fit.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Okay, so because of the length of this video now, it's never going to be a short one because you want to know exactly how to do this screw by screw. We're not going to show you how to put it back together again, but you can just watch the video and do it in reverse yourself. So we're going to go off air now and we are going to put it back together again, but we're going to wire some new lights to the easy can and we're going to put an upper crash bar on the bike. So tell you what, any second now it's going to be ready and it's all going to be put back together again with some new lights on it. Right, it's the next day And the bike's all been put back together again now. Let's take you down here. Look at what these guys are doing down here. They're playing with the new printer, printing cool stuff. What are you printing? Oh, this, no, we spoke about this yesterday, didn't we?
This is my in-off bracket that's going to go on here.
Yeah, so right now we've got the camera there. Sorry, Tom's not mic'd up. We've got the camera there, and we're going to have it centrally right there. So we've got a little bracket that fits those two screws that are already there on the BMW.
Sit around here.
And then the camera will sit nice and centrally above the radar, so it gives it best optimum place for the rear camera. Because if you look at the front camera, that's nice and central down here. If we come up with some sort of idea where we have it on here, possibly, but obviously this whole piece removes, and we don't want to have to be taking a camera off a front panel, which is going to come off frequently, whereas that is fitted to a piece which doesn't have to come off the bike when you take it apart. Right, well there it is, look at it, all the bikes put back together again, looking really, really spiffingly good. So that is the upper crash bar. We've already put some content out there on Instagram, and a few people have already bought some bars. We've got some guy coming on Friday, I think, to pick his up. When you first see these bars on the webpage on SW Motec, you think to yourself, oh, it makes it look, you know, a little bit ugly. But honestly, quite honestly, that looks really good. It's not like this bike wins any awards for being the best looking bike, does it? So this utilitarian look of this crash bar, it is a perfect place to perch these D7 Pros. You don't have to put D7 Pros. I was tempted to put a pair of D3s on there, but you know, this is the flagship bike. Let's put the flagship light pods on there. So let's give it a quick demo. So because the engine's not running, the factory fog lights turn off automatically, but if you wanted to keep them on when the engine's running, they will stay on. So there we are. That's just with the Amber DRL. That is with just the Amber DRL on at 10%. So if we put the hazards on, there we go, and cancel that, and indicate left or right, and cancel, and give us a full beam. All right, the factory fogs have come back on. So that's all the lights on now. I didn't realise that would activate the factory fogs. Right, okay, so now they're on. That is showing what it'd be you going down the road. You've got really good symmetry there. The real key thing that I want to talk about here is the fact that we have the lights at the right height. A lot of people have been fitting lights, sorry, that's just my frame rate on my camera. A lot of people have been fitting Denali lights, Moto lights by Lone Rider, all down there on the lower crash bar. But if you look very closely down here, we've got the split sound bomb. The split sound bomb will not share the same space as fitting a light pod. So if you want a sound bomb on your bike, this is the only place you can fit it, down here, unless you're prepared to start thinking about mounting it on the side of your bike or somewhere around the back or on the handlebar, which no one's going to do. So if you want the split sound bomb, which most people do, but you can't put a light down there. And plus, having a light down there is right in the firing zone for stone chips coming off your front wheel. So this is the safest place to put your expensive premium pods. I think it looks really good. I think having just the crash bars by themselves without anything on them looks a little bit strange, but having the actual pods on them looks the business. Another thing we thought about on this is we think this is a perfect position to put T3s. So if you want to put a full set of T3s front and rear, obviously you wouldn't put the rear on the front, but you put the front T3s down here. You can put them anywhere. You can get quite creative with it. Because on our website, you can see front T3s with crash bar mounts for them. So I can see some people maybe putting 2 or 3 of them, possibly right along the front of the bar, all the way across. It's a bit high to the beak, but I can imagine some people might like that. And you can have vertical ones down here if you wanted to. You could put one there. Sky's the limit. I know that there'll be some people out there wanting to literally decorate that bar in front T3s. Please let me know if you're that guy. We'd love to facilitate that, either fit them here or supply you the goods. So if you want this SW Motec front crash bar, I have preempted that this is going to be a very popular way for you to light your premium lights on. So I have stocked a lot. I've got a lot here. A lot came in just only 2 days ago. So we are piled with them. We've got more than enough to get us going with them. We've got them in black and we've got them in silver. So get clicking and we'll get shipping. Also, by the time you see this video, we'd have had this bike mapped, right? It's not mapped right this very second, but there's a video coming out before this one about the mapping that I've done on my R1300 GS. But we are now stocking ECU flashers by BHP UK, where you can buy them here from us and we can actually send it to you and you can put the map on your bike, okay? So head over to the website. Well, I say first of all, go and watch that video. It's all about the GS, but we will be highlighting this GSA in that video as well. We're filming them both at the same time, but that video is coming out first. So if you're interested in that, please have a look at that, but also head over to the website and look under the product brand BHP UK and look under like fueling and filters, that kind of category area, and you'll see them on there. They're on the website right now where you can buy them. You don't even have to take this to a specialist to have it mapped because they've already got the maps on file, which we can put onto your ECU flasher, so you can download your factory map and then upload the new map, which is much better for your bike, much better. So I hope this video has been of benefit to you, that you now know how to take your bike apart and you can fit bits to it like we've done here. This is how to do it. Did we mention the Easy Can yesterday, the second Easy Can?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
We did, yeah. So because this has been filmed over 2 days and I'm filming 2 or 3 videos at the same time, it's doing my head in, it really is. So you now know how to get 2 Easy Cans on your bike as well. You know, sky is the limit. It's not easy to get 2 Easy Cans on here. So I really hope this video has been of great help to you. You know, get cracking on, start taking your bike apart and then keep using this video as reference to come back so you know exactly what screw goes where so you don't miss any screws, okay? Right, until next time, stay safe behind bars, not these bars, and I'll see you in the next video.